the top four seeds should be the top four seeds.
Teams. Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Again, let's go back to the example basketball sets. You can win the Big Ten Conference. Right? Let's just say Michigan State does it.
Right.
Michigan State would say they win the Big Ten Conference tournament and the regular season championship. That doesn't mean they're a one seed.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're a one seed. The one seeds could be, let's just pick teams, could be Auburn, could be Tennessee. You could end up with Houston. And let's see, it would be another one seed. You could pick out Duke. Well, that doesn't mean Michigan State's a one seed.
Right.
Right. I put two SEC teams on the one line. Now I'm just doing it off the top of my head, happenstance here.
But it actually ends up a good comparison.
Right, which means it doesn't mean because one of them's not going to win the conference tournament.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly. But they could be one of the four best teams in the country.
Four best teams out there and be on the one line, and suddenly Michigan State's on the 2 or 3 line, depending on how the season turns out. All that matters is you get in. Right? You should not have the privilege because you won your conference championship. And I feel the same way about the NFL. The NFL should be 1 through 7 on each side. It should not be, hey, good news, the Seattle Seahawks are going to play the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints, who have a way better record, have to go to Seattle to play, and the Seahawks are 7-9.
Too much. Yep.
Right? I mean, they do it wrong as well. But he's right about that. But the part about this is, let's remember something. Greg Sankey can complain about it all he wants. But if I recall correctly, the 4 names of the people who put together the 12-team model were Bob Bowlesby, Thompson, the Mountain West Commissioner, Swarbrick, Jack Swarbrick, who at the time was the Notre Dame athletic director, and who was the other guy? Oh, Greg Sankey. Over here in the back. You're the one that crafted it. You sat in the room. Right. I didn't say he's not smart, but don't complain about something where you were actually in the room for every meeting. What, did they blindside you with this? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Now, you do something one time through.
Right.
And look,
it's a trial.
And Clemson ended up being the ACC champion by winning the game over SMU, but they were the 12 seed. That's where they should have been. All right. With all due respect, Penn State played Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Boise State should not have been the 3rd seed.
No, Arizona State shouldn't have been 4 either.
No, and Arizona State definitely shouldn't have been.
No. No. You got the 1 seed right, obviously. And, just lost to a hungry Ohio State team in Oregon. But, other than that, I'm not even 100% sure Georgia should have been the 2 seed. I feel like they had a very up and down roller coaster year. And I think there were teams better than Georgia, and that was prior to them losing to Notre Dame.
Right.
That's not a knock on the SEC. I just did not think they were the 2nd best team in the country. And that was with a healthy Carson Beck.
Right.
Yeah, but you're right. I think it is trial by error at that point. You try to see how something works, and it didn't. I think from the 12-team playoff certainly works. Team that would not have been in the field of 4 won the championship. So that part of it works, but the other part of it where, you're seeding to me the way, as you said, the top 4 teams get the bye, no matter what the conference is, no matter where they're at. But I think from a ranking perspective, the 4 best teams, the top 4, should get the bye, no matter what. If it ends up being Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon being 3 of the 4,
well, Penn State would have actually had the bye. They were 4 in the last.
Yep.
Now it worked out great because they played the game here.
Yeah.
It was one of the great experiences fans have ever had here.
Absolutely.
Without question.
Yeah, for many, it's for many their first playoff experience.
So,
Well, obviously first playoff, but first playoff / postseason experience.
yeah, it's well. So, I mean, he's registered his complaint. He's not wrong about the seating part of it.
I agree.
But over here in the back,
But you're the one.
weren't you the one that was in the room with Craig Thompson? It was Craig
That's-
Thompson. I think I said Craig Thompson's his name. With Craig
Swear.
Thompson and Jack Swarbrick and Bob
yeah.
Bowlesby.
Where leadership steps in and says, "Yeah, I know I did this, but I was wrong. So let's do this thing."
Yeah. Like, Greg, you,
A lot of times when you do that, apology will be accepted very quickly.
you are part of the
Yes.
group that said, let's try it this way. At some point, you had to sign off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just me. Just thought I'd bring it up.